What's going on YouTube? V here. So we got a lot of interesting things happening in the market. A lot of different prices. I didn't get a chance to do like a Monday market watch. So I think I'm going to cover with like a Monday meta market watch. So I think what I'm going to do is on this market watch is cover a bunch of the meta cards and talk about what I think they're going to be going. Are they going to continue rising up? Are they going to continue going down? Should you hold? Should you sell? That's a question I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players have been asking since the end of the YCS. Do I get rid of the strikers? I mean, they're money. And I like money, should I get rid of them? Is Soul Fusion going to have anything good? I'll answer that in this market watch right here, guys. Before I begin, just want to say thank you to Tyler V, one of my newest Patreons. Guys, you want to check out my Patreons? The links will be below. You get the V pack, you get the V kit, or you can just pay $1 every month and just support the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. You don't have to, but I appreciate if you do. Anyway, let's go right into it, guys. So Soul Fusion is supposed to be the next set coming out, the next core set coming out. And the thing about Soul Fusion is, I want to like it. I want to like it. The problem is, Konami, in their title, when they explained Soul Fusion, they said, we're going to make fusions great again. Mafaga. And I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's really smart to say, we'll make fusions good. And then you're going to have cards like, I don't know, Dimensional Barrier in the meta. Dude, did you say? You said fusions, right? Because this card says activate. You can't do that for a turn. Have fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I don't understand what Konami's thinking by promoting fusions and allowing two of the best fusion, anti-fusion cards in the game at 3. One of them being Dimensional Barrier. A card in which, looking at 2017 Megatens, is only $2 for that secret rare. Of course, you get the common, which is $1, or the original print, which I always recommend. First edition, price is starting to move up a little bit, guys. Definitely keep an eye on this. Market price showing to be about 3.5. Light You Play's about that price. Let's see what first edition is going for. First edition was near it, and now it's starting to move away from it. We're starting to see that climb. First edition Dimensional Barrier is about 5.5. Just because the card is that good. Especially good against a set that literally says, I'm going to make fusions good, Mafaga, and not even happening. But by the way, I did a thing on my Facebook page. If you guys are part of the Facebook page, I just wrote Gold Rare, Trash Rare, and signed the card. Com Green, you won. I didn't get a chance to do the raffle. Guys, if you want to win another Gold Rare card, because I goddamn hate these, and I have tons of these, all you gotta do is hashtag Gold Rare, Trash Rare, and I'll just randomly choose a person. And I'll just send you a Gold Rare card that I'll write literally either I'll write my name on it, or vctrfs, or what I'll do is I'll just, randomly write something like Gold Rare, Trash Rare, and then sign vctrfs. So Com Green, hit me up on Facebook, buddy. I'll mail this out to you. Like I said, it's something fun to do every now and then. I won't do it all the time. I'll just do it every now and then. One, because I hate Gold Rares and I have a ton of them. Two, because people like to have like cards like this. So there you go. And I think people enjoy them. So anyway, moving forward, Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries is the number 2 card. It's a number 2 card that is literally... What is that card you play? That you play 3 of an extra deck? Okay, reboot that bitch. It's a pretty good card. This card that any deck can play. You can play it in the mirror match. If you're playing Soul Fusion, whatever, what is it, the Twin Dragons, Triangle Dragons, you just play that and you go, okay, get rid of your shit, I have all mine, you die this turn. Looking at Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries, the secret rare from Shining Victories looks like it's starting to stabilize, but price trend says a little bit different. It's about $7, Unlimited's coming in roughly around 7s, first editions are about $9 for this card, so this card is definitely starting to move up in value. Looking at Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries for the 2017 Mega Pack, it's about $6. The Ultra Rares, which I'll be honest, they look pretty nice. Like, can I be the first one to say it? Even though I like Secret Rare First Edition, which I have, I do like these Ultra Rares. This kid has 3 German Ultra. He has 35 of German Ghost Rare Winter Cherries, about $5. You get the Secret Rare or Germans. You know how I am. I love my foreign Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It looks more prettier. Okay, anyway, Duelist Saga is another box that, when it came out, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players didn't like this box. I like the Ultra Rares. I didn't think there was no value at the time. I knew there was going to be potential future value, but I don't think anyone really had a grasp as to what could be the potential future value. Like cards like Vision Hater Vylon. Now, this card is declining in the market. You can see right there, price trend starting to stabilize. Market price shows to be $14. It's about $13 right now, so it's starting to take a little bit of a drop in the market, and that's because all the Goki players are just buying this card and have it already. Majority of Goki players don't need this card anymore, and since this card doesn't have any kind of like new usage, or this card is not, you know, being as dominant in the top tables enough so YuGiOh players can continually buy this card and the price can climb up, it's going to be at $13 and most likely decline even further so. Amazingly, it actually held value longer than I thought. I thought it was going to decline faster, but I guess YuGiOh players just slowly were like, alright, with decent Gokis, I guess I'll slowly buy that deck up again. That's what we're seeing with Vision here of Vylon. Looking at BLS, it's actually starting to go down in value a little bit, kind of, sort of. Price point shows it being stabilized. It's about $11.50 on the price trends. We're looking over here, it's about $11, so it's kind of doing this weird hover for Duelist Saga BLS, and okay, that's fine. I mean, some people like Vision Chaos BLS, some people like the Dark Beginning BLS, and some people like the Ultra Rare. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I want one of each of these in my Burning Abyss deck. I have the IOC First Edition, because I'm already whore. I had the DB1, I think it's our beginning one. And yeah, I need a third BL. I think I'm going to buy a Duelist Saga BL. They're just gorgeous. Like, Duelist Saga rarities, I don't care what anyone says. That's one of my favorite Ultra Rare rarity. Prismatic Secrets, Duelist Saga Ultras. We're working there, guys. We're working on a whole set. Moving forward, guys, we got Rescue Cat, which is declining in value. I mean, still holding $10 market price. It's still a little under its market price. This might decline due to the fact that we didn't see that much of this card being played in top decks at the YCS events. Effect Veiler, which was like a $4 card, quickly got bought out, then came back as like a $5 to $6, and now we're seeing Effect Veiler being a $7 card due to the fact that a lot of decks still running Effect Veiler and Infinite Impermanence. Really interesting to see that, guys. Dark Lords being a $6 card. This used to be like 2s. Imperial Order being 5s. That card was like nothing. A Hero Lives. Who the hell is buying this card? But it's still around $5. Mizuki's about 3 and change. Really interesting to see all these prices in the market still being good for Duelist Saga. It's like I said, it was a box that you can see the market price. It was like 73. Nobody wanted this stuff, and there's value in here evidently. Next, Masterpiece 2 Dragon Slayer King. I know I was going to talk about a little bit of meta, but this card I just got to keep showing you guys because I don't know why it's doing this. We're seeing Masterpiece prices slowly increase. Soon it'll be in the green as it climbs the price trends. It'll stabilize, increase, and that's what we're seeing a lot of that. Market price is still at $4. You're still seeing it here almost about $4.50, but that's not enough to merit this card to really be moving. It was a card that just tanked in value and now it's starting to show movement. And it could be because YuGiOh players are preparing for the November ban list. December, let's be honest, December ban list. But we don't know why this card is moving in value, but I definitely wanted to show it to you guys. Okay, so Card of the Demise is actually going crazy right now. Every YuGiOh player is saying, I don't want to play hand traps. I could play, if you have infinite permanents, that does work. Ghost Ogre kind of works, but for the most part, you don't gotta play Ash, you don't gotta play Ghost Ogre, you don't gotta play Draws, you don't gotta play Ghost Bells, and these are money cards. And if you want to play Dracos, your money card, Card of Demise. Ironically, same card. Okay, price point going to be about $21. The original version, same thing, about $21 to $22. Market price on the original version is about $20. 18s for Dungeon Collection Kaiba Secret Rares. People want the original print, I guess. Price point started moving up, going back down and hovering during the YCS, and now it's just stabilizing at its current price point, which is about $22. About $20 for this card. Looking at the Millennium Pack Card of Demise, its price point is just constantly moving up. It's not doing it fast, but enough to show that it's moving up, as well as stabilizing each time it does stop. Price point being about $22 for Card of Demise. Really interesting why this card is just moving up. Like I said, a lot of Draco places don't want to hear it. They don't want to play the meta stuff. Not that they don't want to play it, they just don't want to put the money into it, and I can't blame them. Up next, Evenly Matched, another card that's increasing in value. The 2018 Mega 10 Evenly Matches about 29s. The original print Evenly Matches, they're about 33s for Unlimited, we'll look at that in a second. But looking at the 2018 Evenly Matched, look at the price trends. It's moving up in value. People are playing Evenly Matched. You're telling me Sky Strikers, I set everything down, I might have, in my turn, max 3 cards in hand, or minimum, 1 to 2 cards, set everything, does not make this card delicious. This card is so good to just drop on your opponent, especially strikers. When I played the YCS, Evenly Matched won me so many games. I main decked it, but it won me so many games due to the fact that nobody really saw it coming. First edition is going to be about $35, and even the original print is stable, doing the same thing. It's stabilizing, moving up in value, then it'll stabilize again, move in value. It's just climbing the price trends, and that's because this card is a good card. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy the Megatins because you'll pull it evenly matched. Supposedly, it's been short printed. What I am saying, you might want to keep an eye out for this card due to the fact that this is a card might see meta play in the future. You know, it's great against Dracos, great against Strakers, great against Oldergeist, great against everything, and it's only a matter of time before this card finds its way into the main deck, and this card goes up in value because of it. Up next, Borrelsword Dragon. So, Borrelsword is now the new Borrelword. If you ask any Yu-Gi-Oh player which more scarier, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Borrelword, but Borrelsword can kill you fast. That's what it comes down to. When you see Borrelsword, it's probably too late if you don't have an answer. When you see Borrelword, you can still play Yu-Gi-Oh. You're just under a really tight condition of how you play Yu-Gi-Oh. Isn't that weird? Like, that's the weird answer for this card. Look at its price trends. It's just kind of, it's doing a weird it's doing a weird jumping up, jumping down, jumping up, jumping down. It's about $18 in the price trends. Price trends still showing to be $18. For the 2018 Mega 10 Mega Pack with the Mega Fruit. Looking at Circuit Break, which has declined in value. Price is just showing going down in value. Unlimited 24s. Can we find any first editions? Any first editions? 26s. So about $2 difference between on the first edition and unlimited. But still a huge drop. Now, it's still showing the price trends before the Mega 10s. I don't know why TCG Play hasn't updated their website. So it's still showing that, but what we are seeing here, guys, is people opt to, if not keep both of them in, take out Borrelword and leave Borrelsword Dragon in, because that's how the meta is shaping out to be. This is still a great card, and I think it's might see play in the future, but currently right now, it's being shelved. Up next is Firewall Dragon. Now, I just want to go right into it. You're seeing $11 price trends over here, but when you click on it, it's actually going down in value. Even though the price trend is showing to be 13, it's just going down in value because that's because everybody didn't think they needed their Firewall Dragons anymore. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players were upset about the ban list and how this card wasn't hit, but nobody felt they needed Firewall Dragon at all. And now we're seeing people did. Price trends moving. I just woke up, by the way. Price trends moving up, and then as Yu-Gi-Oh players just not need this card anymore, it's just going back down. Looking at the Code of the Duelist, Firewall Dragon, you see it just spiking back down on price point and just stabilizing. And that's what's going to happen with the other one. They're going to hit a price and they're going to stabilize, both of them, until they're needed again. If time goes by and they're not needed, they will go down in value. It's just a gamble. Do you think this card's going to have future potential or not future potential? Obviously, a lot of decks play this card at the YCS and guarantee at future Yu-Gi-Oh events. So I think this card actually might go up in value. So right now, it's at a weird, it's low. And I think it's just a matter of time before this card starts spiking back up in value again. Another weird thing about this, by the way, and I wish Wednesday is probably my favorite day to do like meta market watches. Even though I always do my Monday because that's where I could really pinpoint high prices. But the reason why I like Wednesdays so much is because on Mondays, people just came back from events. Everybody's buying and selling, and the market's going crazy. But if you want like a stabilized price point of meta cards, it's always cool to every now and then peek in and check out certain cards on like a Wednesday where Yu-Gi-Oh players just aren't buying cards. Thursday's kind of like that as well, by the way. And then Fridays, things start picking up as Yu-Gi-Oh players start making last-minute buys to get back into the game. I always find that very interesting. That always happens in Yu-Gi-Oh no matter what. It's kind of like a weird golden rule. So this is really like the most stabilized prices we're going to see before we start seeing them make them move back up again. Looking at Inspector Border, this card spiked all the way down to like 3 to 4s. And the Extreme Force one spiked down, the Mega 10 one spiked down, and now they're just both coming back up. I mean, we still got walls of 66, we got walls of 15 for the Mega 10s, but this card, 2018 Mega 10s, they were down to like $4, and they're breaking back up to the walls, and I don't know what's happening right here. Is Draco's really taking what I said to heart? Because I'm not joking when I said Imato Wado trash, Inspector Border, Super Bay. Like, that's really good. And you can play Inspector Border in Draco's and just roll your opponent because they just can't do anything. They have to have an answer. I'm great against Oldergeist, by the way. I know, because I got fucking demolished at a YCS. When my opponent dropped Inspector Border on board and then Draco'd the crap out of me. We're talking Palduatic, Demise, Terraforming, Gigantic Diagram. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can't even get angry just like that card. That card's just letting you do whatever you want. But look at Inspector Border's price point. It's actually starting to move back up in value because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are starting to find use for this card. Up next, Isolde, Two Tails of the Noble Knights. So Isolde's price went up and now it's starting to go down. And actually, it's going down because that's where it's most likely going to be selling at. This is actually going to be Isolde's settle price. We're seeing about $28 on the market price. We're seeing it to be about roughly around $26. So that's the real settle price. 28 was probably where it got a little hype for a minute. And the reason is very simple. Besides the fact that Gokis obviously are still a deck, and obviously still use Isolde, besides that fact, we're looking at other decks like Burning Abyss, or we're looking at other decks like Sky Strikers that can go into Isolde. I don't think it's the most optimal play, but they can go into Isolde just to get rid of an opponent's back row that like Rivalry Warlords or something silly shit like that. Mostly Rivalry Warlords, to stop them from making more plays. You know, you're playing Strikers, you make a Warrior token, your opponent says Rivalry Warlords, you pop your field spells, you bring out Ray, she's a warrior, and you go into Isolde and you're like, oh, look what's live again. Oh, my fucking hand spells, traps, YuGiOh, and you just popping them away. BA's kind of do the same thing. It's not really as optimal, but still relatively good because you get 2 link zones at the deal, so that can help as well. It's just really interesting to see how this card's starting to make its way actually being useful in other decks, and I think that's the reason why this card price will be holding roughly around the $25 price point. Up next, Infinite Impermanence. $88 market price. Price trend showing moving up a little bit, but most likely stabilizing. Stabilized price, $87. $87 for Infinite Impermanence, a card in which not long ago was a $40 card. The reason it's starting to show more play because, you know, it's just a goddamn good card. There's nothing really to stop this card. You activate Infinite Impermanence, target your opponent's card. That's about it. And that's why it's called holding such a high price point. I think Infinite Impermanence is going to go down. I think Infinite Impermanence deserves a reprint. I just don't think it's going to happen as soon as everybody was hoping for, including myself, by the way. I would love to have this card in other decks, but I think we'll have to wait a while before another reprint comes up, and then we'll get Infinite Impermanence. So we're going to have to be dealing with this card for a while. So I would not recommend to sell your Infinite Impermanence is what I'm trying to say. When's a good time? I don't know. Reprints in YuGiOh are fucking wild, dude. Like, how long did it take for Ash Blossom to get reprinted? Is this like, is this going to be how it's going to be with Ash Blossom? That just took so long for it to get reprinted? Or will it get reprinted faster? I'm hoping it got reprinted faster, and I mean, I'll talk about this card more in the future. Hopefully, we see if it sees more movement, we can definitely point out this card and go, okay, guys, now it's time to get rid of it. But until then, I would hold this card. Up next goes Belle and Haunted Mansion. Another card that's going up in price trends, $47 to $48 market price. Unlimited's about 51s. First editions are same thing, about 51s. And there it is right there, guys. There's a great example of the magnet theory. Once again, magnets are repelling. Unlimited magnet and first edition magnet cannot be together. These are literally within a dime of each other. They can't handle each other. They will repel eventually. The only question is, keep dropping my vape. The only question is, where are they going to repel to? What's going to change? Is Unlimited going to drop that back, is going to go down? Or First Edition going to go back up? That's the only thing that can happen. Looking at the market price, it shows us that it looks like it's going to go down. But when you look at the price trends, it shows it's going to go up. So what's happening? Here's what's going to happen. Ghostbound Haunted Mansion is a great card. I think it's a gorgeous secret rare. Definitely great artwork. Good job on that, Konami. Finally making some good goddamn artwork. Kind of reminds me of Dolce's. Anyone else forget? Okay, anyway. She needs like a little candy thing. Okay, anyway. Moving on to that, guys. I just think that Ghostbound Haunted Mansion is just not good enough. Once again, I'll go back to it, like I said, about a week before the YCS. We have Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. Definitely going to be seeing play. Ghost Ogre, definitely going to see it play. And then we have the two alternative cards being Draw. Great card still against Strikers and Gokis. And then we have Ghost Hero Winner Cherries, which is blowout against a lot of these decks that aren't named True Dracos. And also, guys, mostly Sky Strikers and Gokis. Like that's what you want to play them against. As well as Infinite Impermanence. We're basically running 12 hand traps. I'm not sure if anyone realizes this or not, but we're back in hand trap format. And there's not enough room on the bus for Ghost Belle and Haunted Mansion. A cheaper alternative, by the way, in case you are asking, is DD Crow. DD Crow is definitely the cheaper alternative. So what I think is going to happen to this card, I think it's going to go down in value. YuGiOh players just don't care as much for this card. It's a great card still, but it's just not that good enough. What it does, you can, for the majority of it, you can just DD Crow people. If you want to DD Crow. By the way, DD Crow being cheaper than all the hand traps I mentioned above. Winning of is marked that, guys. It's a common, so that's a thing. Or rare. I don't know, it's been a while since I actually held it. I have a super rares. But yeah, I think it's going to go down in value. It's going to start tanking, and I wouldn't be surprised if it starts tanking as soon as possible. Once again, DD Crow does this. Now, does this do more? Yes. The difference of a $1 card and $51 card is a little bit of a big difference, so it's up to you if you want to hold this or not. Up next, Borrelsword Dragon. Another card that's actually starting to... Look at the price trends. Price trends is like, it's moving up a little bit. Market price showing to be about $59. Unlimited's about $59. First editions are about $60 on this card. Borrelsword Dragon just... Alright, guys. You're one of the top decks on the YCS. Alright, time to move up. Very fucking slowly. That's what this card's doing. Normally, like, a deck tops, and every player's, like, giving praise this card, and everyone's like, alright, it's great, it's great. What sets it in? Cybernetic Horizon? Well, everyone that bought boxes to buy Dangers will just get their Borrelwords, and I think that's what's happening. I don't know the true reason why this card's not really spiking high in value. Speaking of Dangers. Oh, Dangers. Oh, man. I feel bad because every Danger player is like, you'll see, we're good. I think one kid topped with Dangers. Congrats to that kid who topped with Dangers. You are now the kid everyone's going to refer to when they say, Dangers is still good. That Billy Batson topped with Dangers. Huh? He did it. If that one guy did it, then all of us guys who spent a lot of money egregiously that got overhyped because YuGiOh singles, you know, had high pre-order prices as well as other websites on Dangers. I'm sorry, guys. It's just the prices are too damn high. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Get rid of this shit. Get the shit out of my face. It's not. Listen, I want to play Dangers, okay? I'm a little bit of a nerd. I'm not sure if you guys... I like to watch videos like Nessie and Bigfoot. I'm all into that shit. But when there's a good deck and a bad deck, you gotta call it for what it is. You gotta say, that deck's not good. But V, there's future potential. Great. Supposedly we're getting Patchwork, Cherubini, and Kriston, whatever the fuck, Needle Fiber, coming up soon. Future potential. It's not out now. It's not doing anything now. So why the hell is this shit still 40? That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay? You can still hold your Dangers. The artwork is gorgeous, by the way. I love the artwork on these cards. You can still hold them. But let's be a little honest when we talk about Dangers. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't want to hear about future potential, because the future potential ain't winning nobody no YCS. Next, let's look at Ash Blossom. So, the maximum crisis Ash Blossom is about 43s. Lightning Plays about 42s. That's a weird dance to each other. Legendary Collection Ash Blossom is about 31s. For the Unlimiteds, where's the first editions? First editions are about 32s. But look at all the 31s. Look at this. Boom, 31s. And then you hit the $32, which is, once again, very interesting to see. Price trend showing it's stabilizing in price for the ultra rares. Looking at the super rares, fellas, we're seeing it still stabilizing price. And let's look at the third rarity. The Shadows of Valhalla, basically the box you buy to open an Ash Blossom. Stabilizing in price at $28. But look at this. Well, this one guy has it for 26 and then goes right into 28. So Kaiku, the ghost value, actually has a relatively cheap one up for now, and then it's $28. Right? Yeah. That's very interesting. So, Ash Blossom and Joy Spring still stabilizing the price. Listen, until Konami makes a card that literally says, when your opponent activates a card from your hand, fuck them, negate it, draw 3, they mill 10, and those cards get banished, by the way. Until that card's made as a quick spell speed, trap, card, spell, whatever the hell, these cards are going to see play. We're still going to be in hand trap format. At least minimum 12 hand traps in your deck. .Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you're playing Dracos, Pendulums, that one kid playing Burning Abyss. Unless that's a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! We're playing this card. And that's why this card's stabilizing price point. It's amazing it dropped as low as it did. Even though we expected it to drop with the Shadows of Valhalla coming out. The minute the news was 1 Ash per box. No. Sky Striker Mobile's Engage being about $80. Price is going down a little bit. Now, here's probably one of the biggest questions. Should I get rid of Sky Strikers? Man, it's a hard question. First edition Neiman still holding about 79, almost to 80. This one over here at 80. Then starts hitting like 83, 83. I mean, so like these two guys would say, yes, you need to sell Infinite Permanence. And everyone down here is like, oh yeah, right. Please. Before we get answer the question if you should sell Infinite Impermanence or should not sell Infinite Impermanence, we have to realize what's coming out. There's a new card coming out for Strikers that literally says mill 2. If there's 3 spells, your opponent takes all the cards in the extra from the extra deck on the field and put that bitch away. Get out of here. That's gonna be a 3 of. That's scary. Of course, not as scary if you're playing Dracos. Now, what I think about Strikers as far as what is buy or sell them, I don't think people should get into this deck. I don't think people should buy in the strikers unless you realize getting involved in a deck that can be hit in less than about what, 2 months. November banlist most likely will be hitting strikers. I don't think nobody's gonna question that, and I think as we start moving near November, these prices will decline. With that said, Soul Fusion is gonna have that new super rare card, which is gonna make this deck amazing against a lot of decks, including one of its biggest contenders, Goki's. Goki's extra link lock you just play that one card, and the field's clean. Clean. Also, all the monsters they use are either banished to bring back that dumb sword card, another broken card, or they're in the graveyard. Goki's are basically dead at that point, and you just started the game of YuGiOh. Bam, that's a good game. Here's the issue. You're playing a deck that's gonna go down in value. It's up to you whether you want to go down with the ship. And that's a question I'm asking myself. I have this deck in German, and I love my max rarity foreign cards. I don't know whether to get rid of strikers or not. It's a hard question. The deck is gorgeous. The artwork is beautiful. It plays so fun. Anything that plays like spellbooks is my baby. And I kind of feel like it's my baby. But my baby has a butt that's worth $240 on this. We're not even talking about that cute little face that's running about almost 40s. It's about $38 right here. Market price showing to be 26. Price is showing it in the green. Green means everyone's buying the crap out of it. Prices keep increasing. So it's up to you guys whether or not to keep your strikers. I'm probably gonna sell mines. And it hurts to say that, but like, we know what's gonna happen. We know it's gonna go down in value. We could debate whether it's not, but at the end of the day, it's gonna go down. It's gonna get hit in the ban list. And that's a hard realization a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players holding the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh right now has to come to terms with. Are you gonna ride that ship until you hit the rocks? Or are you gonna pull out? I don't know, man. It's up to you guys, but I'm probably gonna pull out of strikers. Save my Ultra guys. They're my babies. They got me my invite. Got me my day 2. By the way, another little fun fact about Ultra guys: any hit kills the deck. So Konami, if you're watching, please don't hurt my Ultra guys. They didn't do nothing. The last card is Familiar Possessed. So there's another card coming out that evidently is going to be good. Going to have this little fire archetype. Familiar Possessed, which has another card, but I'm not big into art. I mean, I like artwork in Yu-Gi-Oh, like nice artwork. All the Familiar Possessed, like look at this. This could have been an anime. Look at the Familiar Possessed, especially the D-Rev 4 Hitas. Yeah, that's like $9. There's a model that played over for $1, by the way. So it's a $9 common in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. Still not as crazy as Vanity's Fiend, a $75 common. I don't think we're ever going to see that. I'm hoping to be wrong. But look at that Hita, Spanish Bonita. It's coming around like $9, $9.5, almost $10 for D-Rev 4. Elemental Energy, 20 cents. So even though, like, and it's going up in price trends, by the way. But even though, like, there's that, there's this. They do the same thing. They have the same look. 20 cents. Let's see if we can find a first edition. Let's fish for a first ed. It's gonna be a while, right? It's gonna be a while. Hopefully not. Okay, wait, 47 cents. So you can get a Familiar Possessed Hita. I can't stop saying that. It's addicting and horrible at the same time. It's fucking irritating. Did it come out in DT? No, right? No, okay. Because that would be the muddy one. That would be shit. But yeah, if you have a D-Rev 4, you're looking at a $9.50 card. If you have a Elemental Energy, 47 cents. All because it's a little typing text. Isn't that weird? Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my market watch. Sorry I came out late. Like I said, I've been really busy throughout the day. I gotta go to work, aka playtime with cardboard and sorting. So that's gonna be a thing. I'll have a card shop vlog up for you guys by tomorrow. Really appreciate, guys, all the tremendous support that has been pouring down the channel nonstop for both the card shop, because everyone's been supportive of the card shop, and I really appreciate that, guys, a lot. As well as everybody else who just watches these videos and enjoys the market watches. I seriously thank you. Special thanks once again to Tyler and the rest of all my Patreons for supporting the channel and getting great things like V-Packs and V-Kits out of the deal. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I say, guys, I'm just floored by the amount of support the community has shown towards me in the card shop. By the way, little side note, I'll probably have a video coming up in about 2 months. About 2 months, 2.5 months of the reason why I opened the card shop. But for anyone that didn't notice, I actually was going to move and then open the card shop. And I had a rush into doing it. And I have a reason. I think it's a really important reason. I think you guys will agree. In about, let's see, it's almost October, so about 2 months. about 2 months, I'll actually have a video talking about the reason why I decided to open the card shop. And I really appreciate you guys for, once again, watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe at the bottom of this video. It's your voice V. Guys, have a great day.